As most of you know, I'm sponsored by Infinite Discs, and when I was traveling up to my West Coast little mini tour I did, I took a few hours to stop by their warehouse. While I was there, I stamped a lot of discs for myself that you guys have seen, like this silly little butt stamp. Hopefully something like that for me coming out later in this year. But I also looked through a lot of their misprint discs and found the two most insane drivers I think I've ever felt in my life. They're the same disc. They're the Bunker Buster from Doomsday Disc. It is the size of a dinner plate. The same size as an Innova Condor or a Zephyr, if you're familiar with those, meaning since it's wider, PDGA allows you to go heavier, so these are 198 grams. But instead of being like a mid-range, they're actually a driver. They call it 7402, which, if you guys know, Discmania also has the FD1, which is 7402. So we're gonna put these two up against one another today at 9 holes, the front 9 at Adams Hollow. And if the Bunker Buster wins, I'm gonna be giving these two away to somebody that I find on the course. Because they don't deserve to come home with me if this crazy thing beats them. Surprisingly enough, this is a PDGA approved disc. Apparently they retooled it to be a little more overstable, but I had a couple throws with it in the field before I got out here that I'll show you now, which are my very first impressions. All right, we're going first ever throws. I think first we're gonna see what these FD1s actually fly like. I would be so surprised if those Bunker Busters beat these, because these are just such good, reliable, overstable 7-speeds. Throw it flat out there. It's gonna finish. Little nose up on the annies, as I want to do. My big question is am I gonna be able to like pull it through normal? Like, you got little arms, so that's gonna come here. We're really gonna have to make sure to, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Definitely flippier. Oh, that is odd. That is weird. They're such weirdos. Anheuser? Okay, I actually threw good Anheuser. You know what? Those Sea-Line FD1s are some of the most overstable 7-speeds that you can throw, that are not like supposed to be crazy, crazy, crazy beef. That's kind of like a normal stability of an overstable 7-speed, I'd say. That surprised me. All right, let's go play with them. Luckily, it's in the short position because I was surprised at how not far these guys went, but it makes sense. They're very heavy and they're a little bit awkward. We'll go 2 off the top for this first hole and then just play one of them for the rest. But I'll show you how different this 7402 is to this. This feels so tiny now that I'm holding this disc. We'll go one forehand, one backhand. See, it's got some beef to it. That is so awkward. And short. All right, normal disc. This feels so tiny. Ew. That's better. All right, a lot of undercommitted shots on those first ones. I do think there's gonna be a couple holes where I do try to like rip into these. I'm honestly still a little worried about like hitting my chest, so I feel like I'm keeping it wider, which might be helpful if you like round too much to get one of these, or like Condor or Zephyr or something. But these are $11 right now in this plastic on Infinite site. I'll leave them linked down below if you want to snag them. Luckily, the FD1 is parked. The Bunker Buster, not quite, but 35 feet. It is crazy though, because the rim is the same size. Like it is a 7-speed if you just like blew it up completely. Oh wow. I feel like if you struggle with like nose angle issues, these are gonna exacerbate that so much. The nose angle, if you really think about it, you know what, we'll tap in with the Bunker Buster for the FD1. I can't believe it fit. So nose angle on your discs is very important. Everyone talks about throwing nose down, which basically means when the disc is coming out of your hand, it just basically means it's not nose up where you can't see the underside of the disc. If you're throwing and you're seeing the stamp of your disc as you throw, you're throwing pretty nose up. If you could see the bottom of your disc, you're gonna be throwing nose down. But you'd think that the nose angle is like right here when I throw it, but actually the disc is rotating off of your hand. And so the nose angle is actually this point right here. That's the nose angle as it comes out of your hand. So this arc from right here where my like grip is to where ultimately the nose angle is gonna like follow because of the snap out, that is so much bigger, like double the size on this disc almost. So if you're throwing it nose up, or even it's going to make it significantly more nose up, and I also think significantly more nose down, because if I'm trying to throw it a little nose down, then it's gonna go whoom, because it has so much more time to rotate as compared to my FD1, which it's not quite gonna get there. This feels so tiny right now. Profile of this is also insane. It's pretty flat, maybe a little bit of dome on it, and then a very, very convex rim. Concave, I always get those wrong. 314 feet here, which means I'm actually gonna have to throw these guys pretty hard. Little flex out of the hand, gets pretty overstable. Ooh, hits the tree and is now at 30 feet. One of the Instagram questions, I'll spoil it, is just like, why would anyone want that? And hopefully we can figure that out today. But it's cheap and fun. And sometimes those are reasons enough. Oh, wow, actually, really smooth flight. Actually, park job. That was, Okay, my depth perception was off. I honestly thought it hit that tree and kicked backwards, but it's only here. They just don't go super far. I think it's gotta be something with like how much space it takes up in the air, that it has more drag or something. Got it. Let's go. Hole 3 is 295. We'll get to see the difference of committed forehands between these two discs. But the first question we got was, how far does it go compared to other discs of the same speed? And just in the field, my initial throws, the good shot with the FD1, I think went about 60 something feet farther. So I would say maybe 15 or 20% less far. We'll see if we can get some more big rips with it. But I mean, this 300-foot par 3, I'm very confident throwing my FD1. Throwing my bunker buster, it's gonna be a little bit of a pump. Sit down. Maybe we shouldn't have been that confident. Come on, bunky busty. Dang, thought I nailed it. That went a good ways. Just a little too much anhyzer. But it wanted to glide on it like you saw, and it fought out. Like, for how wide this disc is and how typically that means they're gonna be flippier, like ultimate discs are pretty flippy, and I think part of it has to do with because they're wider. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but it's kind of impressive that there's still some overstability in this guy. Like, that's actually flexing out. It's gliding too much, but hey, that's pretty sweet. We'd drain this from here. It's potentially a stroke swing because I think I'm pretty far down that hill. Oh, that was looking so good. I think I was gonna make both of those. That's my favorite thing to say, is I was gonna go in. If there wasn't that thing that was obviously in my line, that I knew was in my line, that I could have accounted for better, I was gonna go in, dude, come on. I gotta show you what this was. This gap right here. Standing from down here, I mean, that's the epitome of low ceilings. So now the other putt is no excuse. You can see the basket right through here, 330 feet away. FD1 just likes taking birdies. We do have the right wind to help push it this way. It's this tail right to left. I forgot about how good this disc was because I haven't thrown it in a while. And then I looked up the numbers of that and I was like, I think I have one of those Frisbees. Little too wobbly. Hey, if we can make 50 footers, we're in business. More committed. And snap that wrist. Okay, it stays over. Flipped up a little, even with my wobble. Not super far down there, but I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, dang it. Nice. I left another putter over there, so I'm putting with one putter right now, which is why we're going back and forth. No! I realized why I missed those birdie putts when I went back to run and grab this disc, hoping that the wind would subside. It didn't. This is the one that I made it with, so. I think most people were kind of dumbfounded by this disc because I don't have that many Instagram replies, especially compared to when I do this for other discs that people might know better. But the next question is, I don't know why Johnny needs to know this, but guess what it smells like? I get this every single time. Someone always asks what something smells like every single time I review a disc. I don't get it. Am I missing something? Is like scent a prerequisite for you guys to buy discs? It smells like hot plastic. What do you want from me? Got to keep it in this tight little corridor here. Another chance for a stroke because the early releases have come when I try to throw short. Well, pretty good. I was surprised at how much that fought back, especially with this wind. I look forward to the day when Denver gives me maybe only 9 holes of good review weather. It'll happen eventually. This is basically a gimme for the bunker buster. So 3-2 through 5 holes. I don't like how close it's getting because I like my FD1s. Hole 6, bunker buster has stolen the box and the wind has stolen my heart because it died down for me. 332, come on bunker busty. A little more hyzer than flat there, buddy. But I think it's parked. My body knew what to do, I didn't. My flat is like 10 degrees of hyzer, I'm sorry about that. Oh, I thought that was gonna be in the basket. Now we'll try to actually throw him flat. Come on, buddy, you could do it. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like kind of a good disc. It's like kind of good. What the heck? It's definitely an extra element of touch, but it's much more similar to like that 7.4, 7.502 disc. I wonder if it'd be pretty similar if I brought out like one of my stable-ish strikes, which is probably closer to a 7.502.5. I cannot believe this right now. So first FD1, purple one's back there. Or no, maybe the second, I don't remember. Bunker buster, FD1, and the other bunker buster. See if we can go through the tree. Horseshoe. How did that go in? Birdies all around. One thing I will say is I do imagine if you were a player who had a decent amount of wobble in their throw, this might be a little bit harder to control because the wobbles will be more pronounced because of how like big it is. However, that is simply conjecture. And we got another 323-foot par 3. And this time is a left to right wind. So we're gonna call Mando anhyzer. Whether that means we start it on a good amount of anhyzer, let it get to the right of the tree and flex back, or throw it fully on anhyzer. You just gotta have it come out on a good amount of annie. I think I'm gonna try to go around the tree left. I either went around the tree left or I hit the stump. Either way, not bad. Greeny boy. This one's gonna be a lot tougher, I think. Cut the more nose down right. I guess I didn't trust myself on the height part because that is a potential tie for the bunker buster. And tie means these are gone. Make that putt. I think that's a little short too, a little nose up. But the bunker buster, inside the circle, it did go right side. So not quite wide enough, but I mean, this is 25 feet. That's scary. That was much more gimme range than I thought, but we're tied up. The FD1s are officially on the line. Birdie birdie finish with the bunker buster means I'm out a couple discs. And there's literally only 2 other people at this course, so it looks like the least we getting one. And if you guys are wondering why I say people at the course now instead of patrons, is I actually closed out my Patreon. I'm really appreciative of everyone who supported me through there, but I just felt like I wasn't able to give anything back for what you guys were paying me monthly for. And so it was a couple $100 a month, maybe 300. And I figured everyone who's supporting could go get a little more plastic with that and definitely get some more value. All my content's still free. It does free up a little bit of my headspace to not worry about maintaining that and also feeling a little bit bad that I wasn't giving too much, even though there wasn't a lot that was expected of me. My goal is always to kind of under-promise and over-deliver. And I felt like I was doing the opposite there. So Patreon is gone, which means most of the giveaways are either going to be here at the course so you guys can see or on Instagram. But this is used to be my nemesis hole. These are always the 2 windiest holes on the course. And I say it's not my nemesis hole because I still find it difficult, but if you say it's your nemesis hole, then you're gonna screw it up every time. If you don't say that, probably gonna do better. 302 feet, straight ahead, wind at our back. So I think forehand's gonna be the play with the bunky busty. No way. I don't understand it. Sit! No! If I park this thing on a backhand too, maybe I just deserve to keep no FD1s. Dude, that thing is kind of really good. What the heck? Big time putt coming up here. A little left to right. Aim at the disc catcher logo. Drill it home. Oh, knew it was left the whole way. Dang it. Oops. Oh. I was supposed to miss. I need a 2-stroke swing on the last hole to keep these FD1s. Not that the FD1 isn't great. How is this winning? My ADHD kicked in pretty hard and I forgot that I was answering questions. Would you consider it more of a 6-speed, so a hybrid mid-fairway? I think distance-wise, yes, but the feel is definitely fairway, but the size is definitely mid, so I don't hate the 7-speed. 6-speed's probably more apt. You're right. The speed is definitely because of the rim, but the rim compared to this would probably make it closer to a 5 or a 6-speed, so I'll give you 6.402. That would make sense to me. That would actually probably make a little more sense to me numbers-wise. You're right. 290. Up the hill. It's the lake manager. He just makes sure the lake is managed, you know? Come up, take a look, head back down. It's actually a beautiful day out, so I don't give him too much crap. Might be a little shorter than I wanted. I thought it was perfect for a second, then it kind of died. Green FD1. Go. I think those might be in the same exact spot. Both 40 feet short. Dang it. All right, we got some wind coming up this hill. Wow, so much. This could make things difficult. I mean, that flag is literally broken. We have birdie looks with both. If we make it with the FD1 and we 3-putt with this guy, which is possible, promise I won't try, could all be done. Wow, those chains are being pushed to one side. That is crazy. How did that? Wow. I thought it was gonna be high center, and then I thought it was gonna be low center, and then it was down the hill. The funny thing too about these is your lie, instead of being 9 inches in front of you, is like almost a foot. So if you flip it, you get an extra couple inches if you throw these. Wow. I also think this is almost guaranteed to not be a 3. Oh, that was the scariest thing in the entire world. I guess that shows you the confidence I've had in my putting. Unfortunate misfire there, but let's go see if they want the FD1 or the Bunky Busty. Also, real quick before that, in case you were wondering how it fits in a bag, I'm gearing up to shoot another video and I'm about to try to put this in here. Kind of fits. You're probably gonna lose a couple of discs. Holy crap, that thing looks so big in there. It fits, but at what cost? All right, y'all, I just played with a couple of these. You each get to take your pick of one. One of these has to go, but if you guys want to trade it out, an FD1 for one of these and feel what this is, go for it.
What are these?
It's called a Bunker Buster from Doomsday Discs.
Ooh, we gotta try something new. I've had one of those.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, I'll take this.
All right. What was your guys' names?
Grayson.
Grayson?
Yeah.
Jordan.
Jordan, are you guys both subscribed?
Yes.
Are you subscribed?
I'm not.
All right,
I
well, you
will.
have to now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you do too. Thank you guys so much. Hey, we got the purple ones too. I like the purple. That's clutch. Thank you guys for watching. I can't believe how surprised I was by this thing, but it was a blast. Peace.